Well, Apple's doing all it can to consolidate its position in China, everyone going after that market. Apple chief Tim Cook has been meeting the country's Vice Premier Li Keqiang. He's the man, of course, that's widely tipped to replace Wen Jiabao as premier. And as Cory now reports, there's plenty for them to talk about.
You may have heard, China's a big market. And as Apple CEO Tim Cook knows better than most, China's a different market than the U.S. Cook talked about selling the new iPhone in the most recent Apple conference call.
Given that we just launched in China, I would say the demand there has been staggering. We are selling through our reseller stores and our online store. We're not currently selling through a retail store, and the demand is off the charts. And so we're very happy with the demand response there.
But it's not just a market to Cook. His career at Apple rose with the success of Apple's manufacturing in China.
So this is a region where he feels very comfortable. He has a lot of relationships.
So crucial to Apple's future is cheap Chinese manufacturing and the big phone carriers in China.
He's obviously worked very closely with Foxconn, and as you point out, this is important for Apple to get a little closer to the government and to really attack China Mobile.
So meeting Li Keqiang publicly sends a very clear message about Apple's future hopes in China. But it's a very different approach for Apple. When Steve Jobs went abroad, they were careful to avoid headlines.
It's probably not the way that Steve Jobs would have done it.
Apple's 4 best-performing stores are in China, and as a percentage of sales, China is rapidly becoming Apple's fastest-growing market, rising from 2% of sales in 2009 to 12% last year. And the raw numbers are stunning, from $800 million in revenues to $12.5 billion in just 3 years' time.
Basically, there are 2 big markets right now for Apple, the United States and China, and they should mind that. They'll get through their naming issues, and there will be a huge market for Apple going forward.
Cory, Bloomberg, San Francisco.